Okay, welcome in. I'm now going to be reviewing Tuesday's action from the Major League Baseball season. There are a total of 15 games on tap, so let's dive right in. The Cleveland Guardians were playing host to the Boston Red Sox. They would prevail in this matchup. 4-1 would be the final score. They have now improved to 17-6. After the loss, the Red Sox are 13-11. Scott Barlow would pick up his first win of the season. He is now 1-2. Tanner Hook is 3-2 after the loss, and Emmanuel Clace picked up his seventh save for Cleveland. The Pittsburgh Pirates were playing host to the Milwaukee Brewers. A very tight contest, a very low scoring affair as well. 2-1 would be the final score. After the victory, the Pirates are now sitting at 13-11. Despite the loss, the Brewers are 14-8 after this game. Bailey Falter is 2-1 after the win. Tobias Myers is 0-1 after the loss, and David Bednar picked up his fourth save for the Pirates. The Philadelphia Phillies were taking on the Cincinnati Reds. The Reds would get a big win in this matchup, to say the least. 8-1 would be the final score. They're now sitting at 13-10. After the loss, the Phillies are 15-9. Fernando Cruz picked up his first win of the season. He is now 1-1. Christopher Sanchez suffered the loss. He is now 1-3. The Los Angeles Dodgers went into Washington to take on the Nationals. The Dodgers would win. 4-1 would be the final score. They're now sitting at 14-11. After the loss, the Washington Nationals are 2 games below 500 with a record of 10-12. Alex Vesia picked up his first win of the season. Hunter Harvey suffered his first loss. He's now 1-1. And Evan Phillips got his 6th save for LA. The Detroit Tigers went into Tampa Bay to take on the Rays. They would double up the Rays. 4-2 would be the final score, improving the record to 14-10. After the loss, the Rays are now 1 game below 500 with a 12-13 record. Alex Fado picked up his first win of the season. He is now 1-1. Colin Post suffered the loss. He's 0-1. And Jason Foley got his 7th save for the Tigers. The Oakland A's went into New York to take on the Yankees. The Yankees would win a very close contest. 4-3 would be the final score, improving their record to 16-8. After the loss, Oakland is now 6 games below 500 with a 9-15 record. Marcus Stroman would pick up his second win of the season. He is now 2-1. Paul Blackburn suffered the loss. He's 2-1 as well. And Clay Holmes got his 9th save for the Pinstripes. The Atlanta Braves were playing host to the Milwaukee, oh my goodness, the Miami Marlins. They would actually shut out Miami. 5-0 would be the final score. Atlanta has now improved to 16-6 on the season. And after the loss, the Marlins are now 13 games below 500 with a record of 6-19. Max Fried would pick up the win. He's 2-0 on the season. Trevor Rogers is still winless. He's 0-3. The Chicago White Sox went into Minnesota to take on the Twins. A close contest. 6-5 would be the final score in favor of the Twin Cities. They're now sitting at 9-13 after the win, I should say. And after the loss, the Chicago White Sox, holy cow, are 17 games below 500 with a 3-20 record. Jay Jackson is 1-1 on the season after the win, and Steven Wilson suffered his second loss. He's 1-2. The Toronto Blue Jays went into Kansas City to take on the Royals. A very low scoring affair and a very close contest at that. 3-2 would be the final score. The Royals have now improved to 14-10 after the win. After the loss, the Blue Jays are 13-11. Chris Stratton is 2-1 on the season. Kevin Gausman is still winless. He's 0-3. And James McArthur got his 5th save for the Royals. The Chicago Cubs are playing host to the Houston Astros. The Cubs would prevail in this match. 7-2 would be the final score. They're now sitting at 14-9. After the loss, the Houston Astros are still 10 games below 500 with a 7-17 margin. John Wicks got his first win of the season. He's 1-2. JP France is still winless. He's 0-3. The Arizona Diamondbacks went into St. Louis and they put a spanking on the Cardinals. 14-1 would be the final score. After the win, they're now just 1 game below 500 with a 12-13 record. After the loss, the Cardinals are 4 games below 500 with a record of 10-14. Tommy Henry got his first win of the season. He's 1-1. Steven Matz is 1-2 after the loss, and Logan Allen got his first save for the Diamondbacks. The Seattle Mariners went into Texas to take on the Rangers. They'd actually shut out the Rangers. 4-0 would be the final score. With that, the Seattle Mariners are 12-11. After the loss, the Rangers are now back to 500 with a 12-12 record. Logan Gilbert got his second win of the season. He's now 2-0. Dane Dunning suffered his second loss of the season. He is 2-2. The Colorado Rockies played host to the San Diego Padres. The Rockies would get a victory in this matchup. 7-4 would be the final score. Despite the win, they're still 12 games below 500 with a 6-18 record. After the loss, the Padres are back to 500 with a 13-13 record. Jason Beeks got his second win of the season. He's now 2-2. After the loss, Jason Beeks is 2-1 on the season. Michael King is 2-2 after the loss, and Justin Lawrence picked up his first save for the Rockies. The Angels were playing host to the Orioles. They would win this contest. 7-4 would be the final score. After the win, LA is now 10-14. And after the loss, the Orioles are 15-8. Griffin Canning got his first win of the season. He's now 1-3. And Grayson Rodriguez is 3-1 after the loss. Carlos Estevez picked up his fourth save for the Los Angeles Angels. And the last match from Tuesday took place in San Francisco as the Giants played host to the New York Mets. The Giants would win this one. 5-1 would be the final score. They're now just one game below 500 with a record of 12-13. After the loss, the Mets are 12-11. Logan Webb got his third win of the season. He's now 3-1. Luis Severino is 2-2 after the loss. And Camilo Doval got his fourth save for San Francisco. Alrighty, that takes care of Tuesday's action from the Major League Baseball season. As always, if you're new to this channel and you like this type of content, please feel free to hit the sub button. I'd be very grateful and very appreciative. Until next time, take care.